Hey guys, I have Cheryl here, and she's got a great story to share. She comes to us from way up in Wyoming, kind of a small town, but found us. But I'm just going to let her tell her story. She's really got or used to have, restless leg neuropathy symptoms together, about a 30%, 70% split, like 70% neuropathy, 30% restless legs. And she also has something called Charcot foot, which we might get into, but I just want her to explain her story, because her story that she's going to share is about the frustration that many of you listening might have finding help for your neuropathy, for your restless legs, and Charcot foot too. So I'll just let you take it from the very beginning. Okay.
Well, of course, it started out with going to my regular doctor.
Okay.
Who then referred me to a orthopedics place. They're local. And he thought it was just a little bit of arthritis, put me through physical therapy twice.
Okay.
They encouraged me to get a second opinion. They did not believe it was just arthritis.
Right.
So then I got referred to an orthopedics place in Jackson, Wyoming.
Okay.
And then they diagnosed it as Charcot foot and referred me then to the University of Utah's orthopedics department.
Okay.
Who then referred me to an orthopedic surgeon who I saw one time.
Right.
But sent him x-rays every 6 months for almost 2 years.
Right.
And never heard anything back from
Okay.
him. So finally, out of frustration, I went and saw a sports medicine doctor, local, new to our area. She referred me to a friend, an orthopedics gentleman, also down in Utah. And I could not get through his office help. So
right.
It was just ridiculous. So I finally went back to my regular doctor and I said, voiced my frustrations. And her medical assistant started looking all around the state of Wyoming for adjoining states, and they found you.
Found us. Okay, great.
And only by sheer luck, I saw your partner for the Charcot foot, and he said, I really think you need to see Dr. Anderson for your other things.
Right.
And that's how I found you, and it's been eye-opening and amazing and life-changing.
So you're what? You're 6 weeks out approximately?
Approximately.
And probably 80% better.
I've got 80% or better relief on my neuropathy.
And sleeping better at night.
I'm sleeping.
I'm sleeping again. How much were you sleeping before?
At best, maybe 5 hours in a night.
Amazing. Okay.
And that would be maybe a couple nights a week.
Right.
And now I've managed up to 3 nights a week, all night long.
Awesome.
Without getting up in the night.
It's so fantastic. Okay.
I know. It's truly life-changing. It is.
Because you went down a rabbit hole trying to get help.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
Yeah.
And a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
A lot of miles on the car.
A lot of traveling, but...
Now let me interrupt for a second, just for those listening. I'm going to try to define Charcot foot. It's hard to describe. But when you get a Charcot foot, it's in a diabetic state quite frequently. The diabetic nerves are injured. I'm just simplifying. Diabetic nerves are injured. It affects what's called the sympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system kind of controls blood flow to the foot. And if the sympathetic nervous system nerves are not functioning fully, blood vessels will dilate in your foot. You get a lot of blood flow to the foot, increased blood flow. Sometimes a red kind of looking foot might even look infected. Might even look like a gout attack because it's kind of red and warm. And what's really happening, you're getting a lot more blood perfusion into the foot, and that takes blood, or I should say calcium, out of the bone into the bloodstream. And anyway, just basically it makes the bones weaker and they start to break down. You get fractures, get dislocations, and it can result in a very flat foot, almost like we call a rocker bottom foot, which then leads a lot more likelihood of a amputation, because that kind of foot, rocker bottom foot, is more prone to ulcers, getting sores. So we don't know how much this will help Charcot foot, but it may. And I actually have used another colleague. She's consulted with a real good doctor, in Denver region that knows a lot about charcoal foot. That's not my wheelhouse. It's not my specialty, but we work together to help people like you. So, so between that doctor and myself, the dreaded amputation thing, hopefully, and this is one of my messages from this video, is understand there's so much research coming out saying and backing up what we've been saying for years, that really, if you have these procedures done, you're going to get more sensation back, and it really creates an environment where the likelihood of an ulcer leading to an amputation is much reduced.
Yes.
Very important that you hear that and understand that. And you had a lot of symptoms.
Yeah, and to
before.
Hopefully get back more activity in my life, and be able to do more things again.
What do you miss? What did you used to have? What do
Well, you were
can't?
constantly tired. You're constantly,
Right.
you know, you're afraid to do things because it's going to set the nerves off.
Right.
And you're going to spend all night in pain where there's no relief.
Right.
There's nothing you can do that's going to make that go away.
Right.
And it's just...
When you discovered there's this option of surgery to open up nerve tunnels.
There was, even if it had given me 20% relief, I was doing
Did
that.
you know that before you came in here, or you found out once you came,
We
found
found
out?
out. We found out from your partner
Oh,
once
wow.
we came here.
Okay.
Sitting out in your lobby and looking through your book about restless legs.
Right.
That was life-changing.
Mind-changing, isn't it? Okay.
It's life-changing.
It's amazing. Okay.
There's no other way to put it. It is life-changing.
And we thank you for sharing, because that's how we have to grow this. We know that you don't hear about this a lot of times.
Exactly.
I always talk about big farm.
To be able to get it out there for people to know that there is an option.
Right. It's not just pharmaceutical.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because that's what you're hearing.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you heard.
Yes, very much
And
so.
so, well, hopefully you're going to continue to get better. We're about 5-6 weeks out, and we really appreciate you sharing.
Yeah,
It's really been
thank
good,
you.
Cheryl. So, anything else you want to say? I mean, you said it all.
I think I've said it. I hope you see this, and I hope you'll take the chance.
Right. Very good. Appreciate it. Thank you for sharing. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're watching. And lots of videos if you're watching for the first time that you can learn from, just like she did. We do have a book out there called The Perfect Night's Sleep. You can get that on Amazon and read that too. It gives you a little bit more information. Thanks again. Bye-bye.